and explaining they like to knife them and cut them and let them die slowly because that way it's more painful and they enjoy watching that much more. These are animals.
Welcome to our channel. Brace yourself for an eye-opening and spine-chilling journey as we delve into the shocking world of MS-13 hitmen and their jaw-dropping confessions. These ruthless assassins have committed unspeakable acts of violence, leaving a trail of terror in their wake. From brutal initiation rituals to their cold-blooded missions, their confessions reveal the dark and twisted reality of life as an MS-13 hitman. Join us as we explore the motivations behind their deadly actions, the harrowing encounters they face, and the devastating impact on the lives of their victims and communities. Get ready for a gripping and haunting exploration into the insane confessions of MS-13 hitmen. Let's begin this raw and compelling journey. Number 3. Confession of Luis El Diablo Rodriguez. In a federal courtroom, Luis Cruz Rodriguez, known as El Diablo, stood before Chief U.S. District Judge James K. Bredar to face the consequences of his dark deeds. Rodriguez, aged 23 and affiliated with the Fulton clique of MS-13, finally came clean about his involvement in a sinister plot. On November 3, 2020, he pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit murder in aid of racketeering. The investigation, led by the FBI, HSI, Frederick City Police Department, and Arundel County Police Department, and others, uncovered the horrific crimes of MS-13 operating in Maryland. This gang, primarily composed of Salvadoran immigrants and their descendants, is notorious for its brutality and ruthless activities. According to Rodriguez's confession, in April 2017, he conspired with other MS-13 gang members to commit a heinous murder. Their target, victim 14, believed to be a rival gang member. Rodriguez actively participated in planning the murder and driving his fellow gang members to a secluded location in Frederick, Maryland. The nightmarish scene unfolded as MS-13 members brutally ended victim 14's life. Rodriguez was present as they carried out their horrifying act, leaving a lifeless body in their wake. But their cruelty did not stop there. The investigation later revealed the unspeakable fate of victim 14. His body was found buried in a shallow grave, bearing the marks of unimaginable violence. Severed into 7 pieces and decapitated, the victim's remains bore witness to the gang's merciless nature. In their pursuit of power and control, MS-13 members followed a code of silence, ver, war, y, caller, or see nothing, hear nothing, and say nothing. Violence was the currency that maintained their position within the gang, and rival gang members, known as chavalas, were their primary targets. Luis Cruz Rodriguez's guilty plea and subsequent 10-year sentence were small steps towards justice for victim 14 and his family. However, the fight against MS-13 continues as law enforcement strives to dismantle this criminal organization and protect our communities. As we conclude this heart-wrenching story, we remember the importance of shedding light on these cases to raise awareness and foster community involvement in the fight against gangs like MS-13. Number 2. Confession of Adalberto Gringo Guzman. In a court of law, Adalberto Guzman, also known as Gringo, faced judgment for his involvement in a heinous crime that shook Central Islip, New York, back in February 2010. Guzman, an MS-13 associate, admitted to his role in the execution-style murders of 19-year-old Vanessa Arqueta and her 2-year-old son, Diego Torres. MS-13, also known as La Mara Salvatrucha, is a violent gang with branches operating in various parts of the United States. Known for their ruthless nature, they thrive on a culture of intimidation and violence, showing no mercy to those they perceive as enemies. According to a fellow gang member's confession, Guzman and his cohorts decided to drop Vanessa Arqueta, the mother of the innocent 2-year-old, because she had allegedly disrespected the MS-13. This disrespect came in the form of seeking help from rival gang members to confront her former MS-13 boyfriend. Guzman revealed the chilling details of their sinister plot. On that fateful day, Guzman and his gang lured Vanessa into the woods under the guise of smoking cannabis. Once isolated, Guzman took her life, and as her baby boy cried and screamed, they callously executed him with 2 shots to the head. The investigation into this heart-wrenching case was led by the FBI's Long Island Gang Task Force, supported by various law enforcement agencies. It took years of tireless efforts to bring these brutal criminals to justice. Guzman's trial, which took place in September 2013, resulted in a conviction on all counts. United States District Judge Joseph F. Bianco sentenced him to multiple terms of life in prison plus 35 years. Justice prevailed for Vanessa Arqueta and her innocent son, Diego Torres. Guzman's co-conspirators, including MS-13 leader Heriberto Martinez, also faced justice for their roles in the murders. Their arrests and convictions are part of a broader effort by the United States Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of New York to target MS-13 members and dismantle their criminal activities. As we conclude this harrowing tale, let us remember the victims, Vanessa Arqueta and her little boy, Diego Torres. Number 1 Confession of a Former Hitman. In the chilling account of a former MS-13 hitman, we are confronted with the dark reality of a life entrenched in violence and crime. At a shockingly young age, he was drawn into the gang's twisted world, where he became a trigger man, responsible for taking lives. His initiation into this world of brutality came with his first homicide at the age of 15, a salesman who was believed to be informing the police. Within the ruthless rules of the gang, he found himself taking the lives of both rivals and even members of his own gang, following the grim code of loyalty and power. Tattoos became a symbol of pride, a badge of honor earned through committing violent acts and proving oneself in this perilous environment. Their revenue came through terrorizing communities, employing ruthless tactics like extortion and drug dealing. While money flowed into the gang's coffers, the hitman himself claims he didn't benefit financially from his violent deeds. Loyalty to the gang was a driving force, and he unflinchingly carried out their orders. The lure of power and belonging held him captive, and he justified his actions within the twisted rules of the gang. As we peer into his dark past, we uncover the marks of his allegiance etched onto his face, tattoos that tell stories of a life immersed in violence and destruction. Each ink symbol symbolized a rank, a position earned through committing acts that would haunt most. But beneath the hardened exterior lies a glimpse of vulnerability. His forehead bears a tattoo dedicated to his mother, a heart-wrenching reminder of the family he left behind. The complexities of human emotions intertwine with the brutality of his deeds, leaving us questioning the path that led him to this unforgiving world. Did he ever dream of a different life beyond the confines of this violent brotherhood? In this gripping confession, the former MS-13 hitman reflects on his haunting past, grappling with the weight of the lives he took. With the wisdom that comes with age, he now stands at a crossroads, pondering the consequences of his actions. How does one reconcile a life marred by violence with the passage of time? Does it offer solace or torment? As he seeks redemption, a profound sense of remorse emerges, as if an ember of hope glimmers within. Despite not identifying as a Christian, he finds faith in God's forgiveness. But can he truly absolve himself of the blood on his hands? Curiosity lingers about the notorious pathway into the United States for MS-13 gang members. For him, it was never a dream, but he recounts how friends ventured across borders with deceptive ease. The connections that spanned from Honduras to El Salvador and beyond facilitated their journey into the land of opportunity. Now, he breaks his silence, offering a glimpse into the dark underbelly of the gang. A newfound determination compels him to share his story, hoping to make a positive impact on his country and community. Can his words serve as a cautionary tale for young souls teetering on the edge of this perilous path? He yearns to steer them away from the pain and suffering he once endured. In the depths of his transformation, he realizes the immense sadness that permeates life within the gang. It's a stark revelation that sheds light on the harrowing reality of their existence. His plea is for others to avoid the same fate, to choose a different path, and embrace a life that thrives in freedom. As he finds his voice and seeks redemption, he reaches out to guide others away from the darkness that once consumed him. This confession is a poignant call for change, a plea to break free from the chains that bind, and to embrace a life of hope and purpose. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Do like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel.